Wake up with us, it's time to rise and shine. Morning mayhem's on the air, we're feeling fine. We got a Michael, Tomlin, and Mama Manning too, bringing you the latest, there's nothing we can't do. Morning mayhem, it's a wild ride. Sports news and the daily updates, we're on your side. Special guests and interviews galore, we're taking over Woodland Regional, we're knocking down the door.
Good morning, Woodland, and welcome to May 29th. It is a Wednesday. I know this is looking pretty good. It's 53 degrees this morning. Get up to the mid-70s. Looks like there's no precipitation in the forecast, so it should be a relatively good day.
I heard possible thunderstorms.
That's for the evening. I'm only doing the sports.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm only talking the school afternoon.
Good.
After that, you guys are on your own. Yeah,
Right.
so I cover anything up through like 5, 6 o'clock at night when spring sports are off.
Got it.
Yeah, because the thunderstorms at night, you should be home. You should be doing homework, stuff like that. So that's basically how I go. And there's about 5 shows left that we got going on, so tune in every morning. The Library Media Center is closed today, Block 1A. So at the beginning of the day, the administrators are going to be getting together to talk about you. So and your health and well-being and what they're going to do next. So don't go to the media center. The results were in for the hamburger cheeseburger versus hot dog. Because you got to say hamburger cheeseburger together because it's all one selection. And that 137-12. And this week's Pom Pom poll of the week is sneakers versus slides flip-flops. Sneakers versus slides flip-flops. And we'll see how well that does. And again, I did put in a request for bare feet, but I don't think
She's the person to talk to.
yeah. So
We're trying to go with the summer theme here, like the hot dogs, hamburgers last week.
Oh,
and now
yeah.
sneakers,
I
flip flop
get it.
slides.
bare feet is a summer choice.
Well, the flip flops are almost the bear, but
Like homework or the
Option.
beach.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yesterday, we had one of our last clash of the classes. Right now, the sophomores are in front with 9 points. The juniors are in
Ooh.
second with 7. The seniors are in third with 6 points, and the freshmen have 3 points. So we're going to get everybody together for one more clash of the class next Monday and see who's going to win 2024 Clash of the Classes. Woodland Summer Reading Google site is all the information you're going to need for this summer. The QR code is up on the screen. Make sure you take a look at that for this summer reading adventure. And we do have some people coming in this morning to give us a little more information about that and the book talks, which are a link in Schoology right now. And if you're looking for the Hawk Wings bulletin boards, they're outside the Guidance Center and tell you how much you love your seniors. Leave a little graduation message for those that are going to get the wind beneath their wings and take flight. The Best Buddies prom is this week. It is May 31st. It is Prospect Fire Department, even though it still says CAF on the slide. They did move it. So
Ooh.
We were told.
Okay.
we were told they were
No
on
one
the
told
show
me.
last
All
week,
right.
and they did say that had been offered that place, and they're going there. The Woodland Media Center has books missing. Seniors are missing 9, juniors 31, sophomores are in the lead with 48, and freshmen are just in second place with 45. Not
That's
that it's
not good.
competition.
I wouldn't call that the lead. I would call that last place.
That's last place. All right. So it's like a golf score, you're saying? So you want to have less.
lowest score.
So seniors are in first place,
Yes.
juniors are in second, freshmen are in third, and sophomores are in dead last with 48 missing books. Get those all in by this Friday. You have 3 days. Get those books in immediately. And don't forget to charge a Chromebook and listen to us every morning at 7 a.m. or thereabouts on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify. Today, the history. Today is the day they actually wrote and released the song White Christmas. It came out in July. It was put out
What?
yeah, exactly.
Come on.
No, it was recorded in 18 minutes. They just took 18 minutes to record the whole thing on May 29th in 1942, and it was released on July 30th as part of an album. And for the movie, anybody know the movie it was first officially in?
No.
No, not White Christmas. Holiday Inn.
Oh,
Holiday
that's right.
Inn.
That's right.
Today is the day that Edmund Hillary and his Sherpa, Tenzing Norgay, had crested the top of Mount Everest.
Wow.
So on May 29th in 1953, they got to the top of Everest. And just a special note, it is also International Everest Day, the awareness of keeping Everest clean and safe, and the challenge and adventure of getting to the top. And in 2005, Danica Patrick became the first woman to lead the Indy 500, which was just earlier this week. And she drove in a car that was owned by Bobby Rahal, which was the 86 winner, and David Letterman, the late night talk show host, for those of you who are listening but don't remember who that was. Today's birthdays. In 1917, John F. Kennedy was born. In 2013, 2013 NBA scoring champion was born on this date, Carmelo Anthony for the Knicks.
What year?
No, 2013 scoring champion.
Oh.
He wasn't born in 2013. I don't have his year of birth. I just knew he
Yeah.
was born today on the May 29th. And also Bob Hope was born today.
A lot of hope with that.
Yeah, a lot of hope. And today's day, our end of the Middle Ages day. Today was the day that Constantinople fell to the Ottomans in 1453, which marked the beginning of the Dark Ages. And today's the day we celebrate that day, the beginning.
Not quite.
I don't know how you celebrate
But it wasn't actually today.
Well, according to this,
But
it's
so
celebrated on
that's-
May 29th and remembers the fall of Constantinople.
But that's the Julian calendar. We follow the Gregorian calendar. So it's actually a different date in our calendar.
Well, Greg and Jules need to get together and figure out the right day, because today is the end of the Middle Ages day.
Okay.
And whichever calendar you're celebrating it on. It's also National Paperclip Day.
Oh,
Those fascinating little pieces of metal that will clip things together or do
that's
like
important.
little crafts. Like you have one right there. If you ever heard the story of the red paperclip, the guy who took the paperclip and he kept trading it up until he ended up owning a house. There's a whole website for it. You can go look it up online. And I think the last one is it's Learn About Composting Day. I don't know if any composters are about. How's that working out for you?
Awesome. We've been doing it for years. Use it in the veg garden. Also use it in the flower garden, especially when we're planting new flowers.
Yeah. So today's the day you go out and learn about it. If you have any questions, ask Tomlin. Over the sports desk with Mama Manning.
Here's a shot at the buzzer. Strike three, call. What a catch. Touchdown.
Time now for sports with Mama Manning.
That's good, huh? You like that?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, 2 games yesterday. Girls softball plowed over Hartford Public,
Wow.
17-1.
I'm with the
Woo.
plowed over.
Boom.
Plowed over.
Just knock them down.
Yeah. Boys baseball rolled over Rocky Hill, 12-3.
That's a rollover.
That's right. Of course, these are state games, and they continue today. Softball plays today home at 4 against Haddam Killingly.
All right.
And baseball faces Stonington at 3:45 at home.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was doing the weather, because those games shouldn't be affected by the thunderstorms, which will be coming later in the evening.
There you go.
All right. And that's the sports with Mama Manning.
And I was going to say the NBA game last night.
The NBA game.
Come on, baby.
We're back to the sports with Mama Manning.
Timberwolves
Yeah,
took
right.
one from the Mavs.
Yeah, they did.
That was a close one.
I was waiting for the championships to start, so they just dragged it out a little bit.
Yeah, they did, which is helping the Celtics because they're resting.
They are. They need a little bit of rest.
Yes. Good luck, athletes, today.
And now, with the latest headlines, over to the news desk with Tomlin.
Morning. A couple top stories to start your day. Sorry, just enjoying it. All right. So yesterday, closing arguments were had. Today, the jury in the former President Trump's hush money case will be receiving final instructions from the judge on the law and the factors they may consider as they strive to reach a verdict in the first ever criminal case brought against a former American president. My articles aren't working. Okay, South Africans head to the polls today. In a crucial vote for the ANC, the party of Nelson Mandela. They face their largest challenge in over 30 years as it appears that they will have a majority but not win. So they'll have to seek a coalition government. Remember, outside the United States, where we only have 2 major political parties, multiple countries have multiple political parties, and you can get a large amount. However, you cannot sometimes win outright, so you have to seek coalition from other like-minded parties. Transitional Council in Haiti selects a new prime minister. This comes as the country continues to face a siege by gangs. Remember earlier this year, the prime minister who had been out of the country agreed to step down, create a new transitional government. That new transitional government has now selected a new prime minister. We'll see if this helps to try to bring some ease to this country. And a U.S. billionaire plans a submersible trip to the Titanic.
Oh boy.
What?
Yes. So following the OceanGate's Titan sub failure to reach Titanic last year, there is a new attempt to have another private submersible go down to visit Titanic.
I wouldn't do it.
The U.S.
No
luxury
way.
real estate billionaire and a deep sea explorer are planning to travel in a submersible. Ohio tycoon and adventurer Larry Connor and Patrick Leahy, co-founder of Triton Submarines, say they want to take a sub to a depth of around 3,800 meters. That's 12,467 feet for those of us who use Imperial, to see the shipwreck in the North Atlantic Ocean. Private submersible industry was rocked after 5 people were killed when a vessel built by OceanGate imploded en route to Titanic last year.
Wow.
No time frame for the planned expedition. And there's your news.
And that's the news with Tomlin. This morning, our guests are from the Summer Reading Consortium Coalition for Education throughout the year. I don't know. You guys need a good title. I don't know what your overall.
We have a Google site.
Yeah, there
I,
we go.
I just pulled that up. So I see your philosophy is simple. It's a culture of readers, and reading increases vocabulary, understanding, and critical thinking skills. It also helps preserve during the languorous summer months the skills you've learned throughout the year. So you have a mission statement. So I think you need a name.
All right.
Her title? I don't know.
Is that-
Maybe
yeah.
maybe that's the next pom pom poll of the week.
Oh,
Yes.
very good.
There you go.
We'll have a couple options.
Get some T-shirts or something.
So what is expected with summer reading? What are some of the, besides trying to preserve what they learned during the languorous summer months?
It's as it's stated. We try to encourage a culture of reading here, and that includes, we try to unshackle reading from classrooms per se, because we don't always want reading to be seen as just a school assignment or an assessment. We want it to be part of kids' lives and staff's lives. So that part of that is reading when we're not in school. So that's reading outside of school, independent reading, and summer reading. The 2 months that they're home, we ask that they read at least one book that ties in with the whatever grade level they're heading into, ties in with their curriculum, and at the very least, when they come back after the summer, they can say they've read at least one book.
And there's some great choices this year. We've revised it. The
Mhm.
entire English department worked on that this year to revise the choices. So you'll see some new titles out there, depending on what grade you're going into. And, there's some really great choices. And that's the best part of it. It's not an assignment. There's choice in the matter for the required reading.
Yeah, the list is all well, it's not all new. It's newly revised. So some class levels, the 9th grade list is all new. The 12th grade list, I think, is all new. And then 10 and 11 was modified and revised. Some things were removed, some things were kept, and some things were added. So when you come into your next grade level, you'll see a new list. I mean, some of the titles might be the same, but the list is different. So the kids this year, for the first time in 3 years, are getting a new list of required reading.
Each grade has a different list of books to select from.
Yes.
They're the requirements or the choices for one
book. Yeah.
One book.
One
That's
book.
all. Yep.
It's required.
One book.
And then there's a note-taking guide that's embedded into each tab in the website. So students need to really take a look at that. And it really, gives the directions on what it is that they should be looking for, any kind of note-taking along the way, and what they'll be responsible for when they return to school.
Yeah, because the hope is the summer reading book is related to the first unit of whatever respective grade level curriculum they're heading into. So again, we try to make it so that it's not like, summer reading is divorced from the rest of their schoolwork, and we give them a test and then we never speak of it again. We wanted to integrate it into their Unit 1 curriculum, so it's part of the school year.
So what is the book talks and how does that tie into the summer reading program?
Well, the book talks is the optional component. So students have the option to participate. And really, there are 15 really fun, new titles that students can choose from. And what the cool part about that is that you read along with other Woodland students and your teachers. So depending on what book you choose, it could be a mixed grade level of students that'll show up at the book talk in September, and there'll be a teacher leader kind of driving the conversation. And really all you're responsible for is to read it and then talk during the book talk. You don't need to take any notes. We want to know that you've read it through the conversation that's, happening in that book talk in September. And some of the choices this year, I helped to put this together. First of all, they're all newer books. I'll say newer, maybe last 5 years or so, award winning. So these are like the top books that are out there, and there's multiple genres. I mean, if you're into sports, you like thrillers, mysteries. If you like nonfiction, we have a couple memoirs. There's, World War II book. There's romance. There's everything. So there's something for everyone. And what's nice about this is you earn extra credit in next year's English class. You get to drop one grade, depending on what your teacher designates, as far as what you can drop. And then your name gets also entered into a raffle. We have a raffle of gift cards, somewhere between 5 and 10 gift cards. And so anyone that participates could potentially win a gift card.
We also try to, with the required reading and especially with the book talks, it was important for us to have a diversity of voices and cultures and perspectives represented, because our curriculum still hews kind of close to sort of the traditional, Western canon, aka dead white men. So we try to supplement that with independent reading, our book talk reading, outside reading, so that there's a balance of perspectives and cultures and authors' voices, and that students hopefully see themselves in their summer reading choice or their book talk choice.
When will the teachers sign up for their choice for the book talks?
The teachers will sign up starting next week at the faculty meeting. So that's a really important point we want to make, that students need to sign up this week. The sign up closes on Monday. Based on what books they choose, then we can designate how many teacher leaders we need for each book. So it's super important that students access the Google form, which you can find on the summer reading websites in a couple different places, to sign up for book talks. They need to sign up in the next couple days so that we can determine those groups.
And we'll probably be reminding teachers to remind the students again this week to encourage their kids to sign up, because as Mrs. D. Alexander said, the choices are really good. They're all YA books. They're all new books. They're all high interest. So there's definitely some cool books on there.
And you stop by the media center. I have a copy of all of them for students to, take a look at. They want to, check it out in person. Students are responsible, though, for obtaining their own copy this summer. So if it's through the public library or whereabouts, they do need to have their own.
They
copy.
change iPhones every semester, so they probably could pick up a book at Barnes and Noble.
And I know you've been visiting classrooms, Mrs. D, so that
Yes.
is raising a lot of interest. That's really good.
Yes.
And there's nothing better on a summer just to have a book to read.
Mhm.
And I think even better is the book talks, being able to then come back and share your opinions and discuss the characters about it
Yeah.
as well. So I think the program I've been involved in it. I've enjoyed hosting one of the book clubs that I've been involved in. I think it's a rewarding experience to be part of the community of readers. So we just don't say it, but we also do it as
Mhm.
well. So,
I also, just one last thing too, what I like about the book talks is the faculty that signs up, it is English teachers, ELA teachers, but it's also most other departments are also represented. So again, I think that helps with fostering the culture of reading here at Woodland. Again, we're trying to untether reading just from English and social studies classes. Reading is something that all teachers, all departments, it should be happening all over. So it's nice when there's other teachers that kids maybe don't always associate with reading are joining us for book talk.
Yeah, and reading is like learning through osmosis. You're surprised at how much you pick up while you're enjoying a story about space pirates and whatnot. So thank you for coming on. Give us a little more information about that. We'll put that list out there when we post this. So if there's anything else you need for details, feel free to stop by the Media Center, check with Ms. D. Alexander and Mr. Gary if you catch him walking around in the hallway. And on behalf of the show, don't forget, she's Mama Manning. He's Tomlin. Good morning, Woodland.
Thank you.
Morning mayhem, it's a wild ride. Sports news and the daily updates, we're on your side. Special guests and interviews galore. We're taking over Woodland Regional. We're knocking down the door.
Every morning at 7 a.m.
Check us out on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram too. We're streaming on Spotify. We're reaching out to you. Join the Morning Mayhem crew.
Knocking down the door.